Welcome back, everyone. It's Simon from Spin Out Cards, and as promised, here we are. Biggest PSA submission yet on this channel, a grand total of 36 cards, I believe it is. And as I said in the last video, there's some heat in here, so let's pray for the best. So, as I mentioned in the last video, this is I did this January special on. Ooh, there's 2 boxes in here. How exciting. The first time I've gotten more than one of these single boxes, and I usually just do the regular TCG bulk 25 cards or 20 card submissions, but I had more than one but less than 2 subs this time, so I just did it all together and it came back a lot faster than the last ones, so that's very nice. It was a little bit more expensive, the grading cost on these ones, so let's hope that I picked good cards to send in and that it's worth it. If not, I will be very sad. There is some big cards in here. Some of them might not be 10s, but are still pretty big and not a 10. So we are, what is this? Uh-oh. Oh, wow. They didn't grade something. Don't know what that's about. Oh, I saw something there. You might have saw something, but I didn't. That's a new one. That's the first time I've had a card come back that they did not grade. We'll do that one first. We'll do that one first, because I can't wait to see what that is. I need to know now. Let's see what this is. Wow. What could this be? So there was some vintage cards in here. There were some vintage cards in here that I bought off of someone. I hope that wasn't fake. What? Rayquaza.
What?
What is this?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Recolored. Huh. Well, if anyone has ever experienced this in the past, feel free to leave your experience in the comments, because I've never seen that one before, especially on a modern card. Nonetheless, I'll have to inspect that card a little more closely after the fact, because I mean, obviously I sent it in because it looked really good. So either way, let's get into it. So, oh, so this card we actually pulled. We bought some Surging Sparks sleeve boosters, and we pulled this, and I mean, incredible. I think we opened like 20 packs and we got this. I mean, amazing. It was really clean. See? Oh my god. Oh, amazing. Dude. Wow. Oh, that's so good. Dude. There's nothing like getting a 10 on a card that you pulled. Like, because I mean, a lot of these cards I bought from people, bought in collections, whatever the case is, but what a start. Another banger. Here we go. This is a card that I bought at the last show we did. It was really clean. Oh yes, dude, we're killing it. Oh my god. 2 bangers, 10s right out the gate. Oh my god, dude. Woo! We are doing Fort Lauderdale Collecticon ooh, nice. I'm going off in a million directions here. We're doing Fort Lauderdale Collecticon at the end of March, and I'm just gassed to have such fire inventory for that show. It's gonna be great. So back to this card. This was a CGC 8. I cracked this out of the slab because I couldn't sell it. Nobody wanted it, you know? I don't know if it's a vintage thing, if it's a CGC thing, whatever the case is, but people were just not interested. So the hope is that we get a PSA 8. Now, whether that's going to happen or not is open to interpretation. So let's see. Oh, nice. Sorry, I couldn't see it there for a second. I was like, dude, we got the 8. So good. Oh, man. That's awesome, dude. That is fantastic. We got the exact cross grade. And obviously, this is more valuable in a PSA 8 than it is in a CGC 8. So that is fantastic. So obviously we want 10s for everything, but when it comes to vintage and stuff like that, it's something that I knew obviously wouldn't 10, and I was just hoping that I could get at least an 8. Amazing. It's not going to be an all 10 video. So here we go, another vintage card. Dark Slowbro from Pokemon Rocket. Now this one, I think was pretty clean and had like kind of one like scratch. I think it was like on the hollow. So I was hoping for maybe an 8. Lucky if we get a 9. 8? Okay. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's not the worst. Not the best, but not the worst. I mean, dude, to get anything over a 6 on vintage cards, regardless of how clean they are, I mean, sometimes there's these micro indentations, you get a 6 by default, you know, so I'll take anything over a 6, really. Okay, this, I want more than a 6 on this. I want more than a 6. So this one was really clean. I bought a bunch of vintage hollows off this guy at the last show we did, and this thing was like crazy clean. Crazy clean. Better at least be a 9. If it's not, I'm gonna be really upset. Okay, we got the 9. Okay, okay. This was one of the few vintage cards that I submitted that I was like, this could 10. Like, it could. Not saying it will, which again, is very difficult to get 10s on vintage cards. Can't remember what, I think it might have had like, maybe a really light hairline scratch on the hollow, or there was like a white dot or something on the back corner, but either way, a 9 first ed gym challenge. I mean, Gyarados, very popular Pokemon. I mean, this is still a banger. This is still great. Okay, back to modern. I don't think that these are in any particular order, because this is definitely not the order that I submitted them in, but that is fine. These things are crazy expensive for illustration rares in a 10. I think it's like 300 plus. So this one was really clean. Bummer. See, 9s on the modern, we don't want. 9s on the vintage, we want. So I don't know if it was the centering. I know PSA recently, I've been seeing a lot of like conflicting information online about PSA's grading standards and how they recently changed. Some people are saying it was always like that. Some people are saying this is a new change. Basically, the front centering supposedly used to be a 60-40 ratio was acceptable. If everything else was perfect, you could get a 10, even if the centering was not perfect on the front. Now, supposedly, it's a 55-45. So they've considerably narrowed the range in which you need to get a 10. So that could be it. I don't think I noticed any white or anything on the back, so bummer. Big guy. Hey there. Again, very clean. I think this had like, I don't know if you could see it. The top mid had like the slightest little like speck of like where the yellow border was maybe like peeling a little bit. I believe that's what it was. Outside of that, maybe like 1 or 2 light scratches on the hollow. We're hoping for at least an 8. I'll tell you that much. We're hoping for at least an 8. If we get an 8 or better, I'm ecstatic. Let's go. Nice. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that. Dark Charizard first edition. It's a banger. 2 8s and a 9 so far on our vintage. That's... You ask anyone that grades a lot of vintage cards. Oh boy, this guy. Okay, so let me tell you the truth. I got upcharged on the submission. When I forgot, because it's been a while since I've been upcharged, that when they send you an email and they say, hey, you know, there's some cards in the submission that are higher value, and they send you a list of the cards that are higher value and their grades. but I forgot they send you the whole list of your submission. So I was like, oh, I have to see what it is, right? Usually I do this whole thing blind. I was like, well, let me just see what the upcharged cards were. And I opened the email and I looked at the file and it had the whole submission. And I saw like 3 or 4 cards, okay? So this is one of the ones that I saw. So I'm not gonna pretend to be surprised because I saw it. And I'm a little let down. I was hoping for at least an 8 on this guy. He was very clean, but I think that there was like a little issue with the bottom edge. And obviously, 2004, 21-year-old card. A little bit of, I think there was like some slight hollow scratch. But I was hoping for the 8 on this guy. So I'm a little bit let down. But like I said, I'm not going to pretend to be surprised. A, really bad actor. B, I'd prefer to just be transparent with you guys. I did see this card. So like I said, there are 4 cards, I believe. 3 for sure. 1 I think I saw, but because I like looked at the email and I go, oh no. So I immediately like closed it because I want to do this blind, you know? So there's 3 that I for sure saw. That is one of them. 1 I think I saw. I'm not sure. So we'll see. This is the other one that I saw. So will not pretend to be surprised. I will let you know that I am indeed disappointed in this 7. This is a card that I bought off of someone, or I got it in a trade at a show, and it was super clean. And not to say the guy bamboozled me or anything, but he was like, yo, it's super clean. And I looked at it and I was like, you're right. But then a couple of days later or whatever, when I was like going through all of, you know, the remainder of the inventory, new inventory after the show, that I took a closer look at it and I was like, dang, this thing's got like a lot of that super light, fine hollow scratching. So like I tried to clean it and, you know, make it look as nice as I could before I sent it in. But unfortunately, some stuff you just can't undo, you know? I was hoping for at least an 8 in terms of like value, because I'm fairly certain that I just lose money on this card now as a 7. That's just how it goes. That's how it goes, you know, that you're gonna be up on some, down on others. Hopefully at the end of it, you're up overall. But okay, another nice vintage card. So this again was not the cleanest. I'll be honest, part of this submission, I haven't done a whole lot of vintage submissions. I've done some, but I do mainly focus on modern, like in the last, you know, probably like Sun and Moon and forward. So part of this was like an experiment for me, because you know, when you're buying cards from people or you're looking at cards and you're like, oh, this is LP, this is MP, and you know, trying to guess like a grade assigned to like the condition is a little bit tough, especially on vintage stuff. So part of this submission with some of these vintage cards, not all of them, was to see what it equates to, right? So this card, and obviously I only did it if I thought I could at least break even or, you know, be slightly positive on it or whatever, because a lot of vintage cards in lower grades, surprisingly, are very cheap, you know? Like this card in like a 7 is maybe like $50. I don't know, maybe 100. I'm just talking nonsense at this point. I don't know. I looked it up a while ago, but I can't remember. So again, like I said, this was partially an experiment. This, I think I was hoping for like a 6 or better. Okay, 6. Yeah, that's, I mean, I think I guessed fairly well. This had like a good amount of hollow scratching, which I think you can see through the slab, and probably some whitening. So again, this was kind of an experiment for me as to get a gauge, because I do like grading a lot of cards, because I like to solidify the value, you know, and you keep it safe. You keep the condition as it is. It doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any worse. It stays as it is. I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that. A lot of these, there was a few vintage hollows that were like super clean that I was like, yeah. This one I think was pretty clean. I think I was hoping for at least an 8 on this one. So I think this will be an 8 or better. Let's hope. 7. Yeah. That wasn't what I was hoping for. This, I believe this one was like really clean. Again, you know, for a, yeah, I think there's a little white right there. But like, I guess it was from just like hollow scratches, but I feel like there wasn't many in comparison. So we have 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s now. Hopefully no lower than a 6, like I said before. All right, modern. Back to modern. I submitted 3 of this card. As you, I'm sure if you keep up with the Pokemon market at all, you will know that this card is popping off. The PC promo is popping off. A lot of the Scarlet and Violet promos are just going wild. I think this card in a 10 is like upwards of 150 now. So I had 3 of them. They were all pretty clean, and I was like, oh, take the gamble. So if I can get 110 out of the 3, then I'm content. So let's see. 9. Not content with that, but we have 2 more chances. So we'll see. Again, promos are, like I've said 100 times, tough to grade. All right, little Zapdos SIR action from 151. Pretty undervalued card in my opinion. This is like, to me, one of the best cards in 151. Just the artwork is incredible. You have the 3 legendary birds in there. I mean, it's just, I think that in years to come, this will come to be an extremely valuable card. Again, hoping for a 10. Anything modern, generally hoping for a 10. So let's see. Yikes. An 8. Don't like that. I mean, maybe there was 1 white dot or something on there. But the centering isn't really that bad. There must have been some issue that I didn't see. And I inspect the cards very, very detailed. So, but again, we're averaging here. Okay, this is a big guy. This is a big guy. So this is one of the ones that I think I saw. And if I saw what I think I saw, I did very well on this card. I thought that this would get a 7 to an 8. Now, it's a first edition. It's a Dragonite, very popular Pokemon. So, again, I was like, I gotta grade this no matter what. Even if it's like a 6 or a 7, I still have to grade it. So I don't think I was expecting anything crazy on this. And I think I saw something pretty crazy. Let's see. This is not it. Okay. I totally thought that this was one of the ones that that I got upcharged on. I guess not. Either way, a first edition Dragonite from Fossil is still super dope, even in a 6. Ooh, okay. This was a crack. This was a crack and a resend. This was a 9 that I looked at it and I was like, man, this thing's really clean. I'm gonna give it a shot. Sometimes you gotta give it a shot. Sometimes PSA is not the most consistent. And again, it's probably like you know, up to the individual. So let's see. It got a 9 again. Okay, so I just wasted $25. No big deal. Yeah, that's fine. As long as it doesn't get a lower grade, which is possible. I promise you it's possible. So, not the end of the world. Luckily, this card has gone up a lot since I sent it in. So, I definitely still, even with the added grading cost, paid less than what it is now worth. So, I'm not too upset about it. Again, some experimentation going on in here. Articuno from Fossil. Again, another experiment. Let's hope it's better than a 6. A 7. Okay, I'll take it. Yeah. Not, you know, it's vintage cards. Look, I mean, it's got whitening at the top. That's on the case, not the card. Yeah, I mean, whitening on the top and the bottom. Probably some hollow scratches. So again, it gives me a good gauge for when I want to purchase vintage cards, because more often than not, my intention is always to grade, unless it's not worth it, you know, value proposition wise. But I only got back into this space in the last couple of years, so I'm, you know, in the grand scheme of things, still fairly new to this. This is not a piece. Speaking of which, well, let's look at this one first. One of these, so there's 4 total. 3 of which are regular ETB promos, 1 of which is a PC promo. So I think that last one was the regular. We'll have to double check. So let's see. 10. we got it. We got it. Even if the other one is a 6, I'm not gonna be mad about it because just the 110 makes it worth it, right? So let me just double check that this was not the PC one, because sometimes there's too much text and my brain doesn't work as fast as I want it to, but we're good. Okay, this is, so again, I have some of these regular. I think it was 1 regular and 2 PC. The other 2 PC ones are one of my partners that he got some Surging Sparks Pokemon Center ETBs, and he's like, I'm ripping it. I was like, go for it. So we submitted 2 of these for him for his personal. So we'll see. This one I believe is just a normal one from us. So let's see. 10, sick, dude, amazing. 210 promos so far. 210 promos and only 1. I mean, I guess the Bango is a promo, but in terms of ETB promos, 2 out of 3. Okay, so this is the potential one that I may have gotten upcharged on. If this got the 9, like I think I might have seen, but again, I don't know what I saw. I don't know what's going on. Where am I? What's happening? If this is a 9, then this is one of the upcharges. Let's see. No, it's not. What did I see? I don't know what's going on. I mean, a 7 for Dark Dragonite. I'll take it. Sorry, sidetracked as usual. This is... I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the 7 for the Dark Dragonite. Better than a 6. Okay, this is the PC one. I believe there's 2 of these. So let's see if he got the 10. A 7. Yikes. How did that happen? No! Oh. Must have been something. Something I didn't see. Because I definitely wouldn't have just thrown it in there for no reason. Let's hope the other one's 10, because I think there's 2. Okay, Neogenesis Slowking. This is dude, the hollow pattern on this card's amazing. Look at that. I think there was a swirl on this one. Maybe it was the Slowbro that had a swirl. I think this one was pretty clean too. I think I'm hoping for an 8. Let's see. Okay, all right. Cool. I'll take that. Dude, 7s, 8s, 9s, vintage. I'll take it, man. I will take it. Let's see if this one had the swirl. Oh, it does right there in the middle. Yeah, look at that. Dark Alakazam from Team Rocket. This is another, I think this one was really clean. I think I was hoping for like a 9 on this. Okay, hopefully it's an 8 because I don't want to be let down. Yeah, it's an 8, okay. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, like, so that Misty's Gyarados, the first edition one, I was hoping for a 10 and I got a 9. So I probably should just knock my expectations down a peg on some of these vintage cards because they're definitely tougher on vintage because this thing was like super, I don't think there's like a single hollow scratch on this thing. I can't be too upset. Like I said, I went into this knowing what I was doing. I think this was the worst condition one that I submitted, but it was Big Man Blastoise. I had to do it. And I had this card as a kid, you know? Don't know what happened to it, but I had this card as a kid. This thing was in rough shape, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like look at that white on the top. Kind of all around the borders, it was in pretty rough shape, and I was like, man, I just got to do it though. So this could be the one that drops below the 6 threshold. We will see. 5. Yeah. I was expecting that. But again, this was to further the experiment, further the data entry for grading vintage cards. He was in rough shape, that guy. Ooh, the big boy. The little boy. This card is going crazy. This card is over $1,000 in the PSA 10. This one was super clean. I think raw they're like 400 plus now, and I mean obviously the market's been a little volatile of late and it's been bouncing around, but this card has still gone absolutely nuts. Don't let me down. No, you let me down. That hurts. Yeah, I think I saw like a tiny. My partner picked this up in a trade or something, and he was like, dude, it's so clean. And I looked at it, and I was like, yeah, it is so clean. That's a bummer. Okay. Another Magneton PC. Let's hope that he did not get burned on both of these. Yikes, he did get burned on both of these. That sucks. No! Sorry. Promos, man. The stack is getting smaller. I know I got some more heat in here. There's more alt arts and stuff. This was another experiment. Maybe a 7. If I had to guess. Let's see. 6. I think. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of white on the back. Another one. This guy was pretty clean, though. I think from what I remember. One of them was super clean. I was hoping for a 9. Let's call it an 8. 7. 2 pegs on that one. Bummer. Yeah, I think this one was like very clean. But vintage, baby, you're taking the gamble. Wide variety on this one, everyone. Oh, this is the big boy. So I don't know. Like I said, there's one for sure that I know what I got upcharged on. Let's hope that this is the other one. Actually, I guess the Pikachu was probably the second one. I believe there was 3 to 4 upcharges. Again, I couldn't look at the email because I would have ruined the whole blind reveal video. So let's hope this is one, or maybe not. Either way, 10, please. This was a crack and resub too. I got a 9 the last time, and I was like, I felt like it should have been a 10, so I tried for it again. Again, can't be too upset. At least they were consistent. You know, if I got an 8, I'd be pretty upset. So again, still very good value for this. I mean, the PC promos are nuts. Like I said, I know what one of the upcharges is. I know what one of them is, and when we get to it, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not this. This was, again, another fairly clean one, but let's just go ahead and say lucky number 7. Oh, an 8. Okay, pleasantly surprised. I'll take that. I'll take that. Had to do Big Man Dark Blastoise. It was pretty clean, you know, again, for a 25-year-old card, it was pretty clean. Okay. The one and the only. You know we had to. You know we had to. I saw this, so lo and behold. Yeah, baby.
Oh my god!
I mean, that's a big one. That's a big one, obviously. This card went parabolic for a couple of weeks. I think PSA 10s were selling for like $3,000. It's come back down a little bit, which is probably fair because it went up pretty fast, but the classic Moonbreon in a 10. The only way it should be. Where's the rest of my upcharges? Oh, okay. Champion's Path. Shiny Zard. It was clean. Let's see. Not clean enough. The 10th pile is small on this one. You don't always win. But I do know what this is. A big boy. A big boy. Now, I don't expect a 10. Because I bought this card raw, obviously, at a show. And there was a slight, like the ever so slightest issue with the corner. I believe it was this corner. But nobody wants to buy a raw poncho. I believe there was a good amount of fakes going around. And especially one where you're like, you expect it and you go, oh, that's like a minor defect. I don't know if I want that, you know? And then everyone's going to try to buy it for super cheap and make me try to lose money. So I'm hoping that it is at least a 9. Okay. That is fine. That is okay. That is okay. I don't lose money on a 9. So I'm happy with that. Yes. Okay. Yeah, there was such a slight issue with that bottom left corner that I was actually about to sell it to someone the same day I bought it, and they were like, ooh, I don't know about that corner. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair. You know, that's fair. Because I'm the one taking the gamble grading, you know, like you shouldn't have to pay to take the gamble. So I understand it. Was it only 2 upcharges? Okay. There's 2 of these. So one of these last ones is also an Espeon VMAX. We did not get a lot of 10s in this video. Please, PSA, help me out. Please, please, please.
No, God, please, no!
A 9. Please let the other one be a 10. Smallest 10 pile we've had from a submission in a long time. This might be the worst one yet, but science. All right, please. 1 9, 1 10, I'll be happy with that. I'll be happy with that. Please don't give me 2 9s. Please, 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 please. No. God. Let down. Let down. What's this last one? Can I remember what this is? I don't think I can. Oh, another Charmander. I mean, I said before, oh, if I get one out of the 3 as 10s, I'll be happy. But now, because I've gotten so many 9s and 8s, I need a 10. Please, PSA. Please, please, please. What?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Well, that about sums it up, ladies and gentlemen. Not the best submission, but it is always the risk that you take. Not the best, but it could always be worse, and that is what I have to tell myself so I don't cry. Like I said, this was partially for science, partially for profit. We'll see how it ends up working out. Thank you guys all for watching. We had great viewership on the last video I did for PSA submission, so I'm super grateful. Thank you everyone for watching. We have, we'll be putting out some different content. We're doing there's been a couple vendor POVs that we've done, but we're gonna, improve upon our vendor POVs at this next Collecticon we're doing in Fort Lauderdale at the end of next month. So we will have some good content for you guys coming up. Again, this wasn't the best, but we do it for the science, for the content. So thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't liked and subscribed already, please do so, and we'll see you next time.